Hello everyone, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, the Slayer of Kings. Last time we finally managed to get to the point where next turn we'll be able to build some Chosen. Chosen. I have been hyping these guys up for a very long time and I feel no shame about it. I legitimately do consider them good enough to be worth all the hype I've given them. Yeah, all of it.
Don't think so.
Rock is unlikely to be too much of a fight, though. Though it will be the first faction we've totally wiped out on purpose. The Barrison lanes also got wiped out, but the first faction is actually a bother with actual troops that can slow me down, you know? Alright then. Right now, I'm spending a little time replenishing, because I'm probably not going to get Chosen before I hit Croc. Not because they won't be helpful, Chosen are always helpful, but because, well, I have plans. Now this is going to be a bit strange, but I'm going to get pledges to the Dark Gods instead of finishing Blood for the Blood God. I will go back to Blood for the Blood God after this, but I have a feeling that along with looting Croc, my reserves should be enough to at least do some Chosen, especially as the shrine is decently cheap. And it will reduce the upkeep for my Chaos Warriors as well as the Chosen. There will not be a nullification of their cost. You can no longer get zero-cost armies like you could in 1 as Chaos, aside from the Lord. But it is still very helpful. And of course, you can massively reduce any cost. I'm sitting on like, what? 65% cost reduction for Chosen. They're still breaking 200-something favor a turn in terms of costs. For the Great Weapon ones. Yeah. Now, something to note with Chosen. The auto-resolve is going to be against you with them, because it very much values unit count. And Chosen only have an 80-strong unit count. Don't take this for a sign of weakness on the part of the Chosen. They are absolutely terrifying murder machines that will kill everything you hate. Or love, if you happen to be a fan of the faction you're fighting against, but hey, we're Chaos. Other people are not our problem. Rather, they are, but that's because they're not dead yet. Or sacrificed to the Dark Gods, or turned into horrific, ravening monstrosities, or driven mad, or some combination. Or some combination of those. Apologies, it seems my evil ranting has made my throat a bit dry. Looks like the Beast Men, who have already proven very good at dealing with things, I was not expecting Erengrad to actually fall, are moving around. I'm thinking that after I swing west and take Norska enough to at least grab Sigvald, I might want to not just go down south and smash the Empire. I might want to go and fight the High Elves. The High Elves can build up some very scary numbers of stacks very quickly due to their massive income. They're basically fantasy Britain, and it shows in the fact that this is a very valuable place to be. Their trade income can get stupid. And I've played as dwarves, so I know what stupid trade income looks like. I can't quite get there in 1 turn.
Yes, bring corruption.
Actually, no, I can get there in 1 turn, but I don't want to. All I'll do is sit outside, getting as close as I can, however. Alright,
Be gone.
They will recruit more troops, but I consider replenishment more worth it. Get myself a Chaos War Shrine. Also resume work on Blood for the Blood God. Demonic Pact is still pretty good, and the next thing on my list is definitely Infernal March, so I can get around faster and spend less time in end turns. Slaves to Darkness is going to be very nice, mostly because of the whole experience up for Chosen. Penance of Chaos' leadership up for Chosen, but Supernatural Prowess comes even before those, but after Infernal March. Because melee attack for Chosen. And after that will be Demonic Pact on priorities, because by then I'll probably have enough stuff to do that. Still, I expect my upkeep to drop significantly next turn. I will have most of my forces ready instead of my kind of mangled troops that I do right now.
Do you
But I only
take
seem to
me
be able
for
to
a
recruit 3
wizard?
cards a turn. So at most, they'll have gained 3 cards, while I'll have gained quite a lot of cards of strength, due to my replenishment going up yet higher from the technology. Very little else to do. I don't even have allies to manage, due to the Bearson lands getting wiped out by the Varg early, which is new, but I can't really blame the Varg for that. I kind of am pretty good at kicking their ass. So, next turn we're attacking Krakadrak and wiping out the last bit of their, well, everything. Do I have any spare weapons I can throw around? No? Oh, I have a Potion of Strength. That's probably better on Archeon than the Foolhardiness, honestly, because he already deals a load of damage. Let's give the other guy the Potion of Foolhardiness. Let's make the wizard stupid, guys. What could go wrong? A stupid wizard. That's in the turn. Once we take Krakadrak, we shall celebrate by adding at least 1 unit and hopefully a lot more units of Chosen to my army. I don't actually remember how much they cost to recruit, though, so I'm probably not going to just fill up my entire army with Chosen like I'd really love to. I'll need an elite core of them. I'll likely use Great Weapon Chosen primarily because I'm going to be, well, fighting Marauders, and Great Weapon Chosen versus Marauders is best described as some sort of blender. Again, that's Great Weapon Chosen versus pretty much any tier 1 unit. Gonna be good. It'll also be interesting to see what else Krakadrak recruits. Watch it shit out a ton of regiments of renown. It shouldn't be able to at this stage in the game, but hey, at least it'd make for a challenge. And they do have much less of a fortification there. Their Longbeard numbers are much lower. Their overall numbers are much lower. They've got less ranged units. I'll actually have more unit cards than them, and their walls aren't buffed at all. They're also not trying to sally out. My shock is manifest, I assure you. Manifest. I am just astounded that they don't want to charge me when I'm going to run them over like a little bitch. Truly, I am astonished that the dwarves do not attack things. It's like their entire army style is very defensive. What a strange concept. Yes, I'm being very sarcastic here, I know. Still, the Vargar would be interesting to deal with, mostly because they're very large. They can throw multiple stacks at me. And enough Great Weapon Marauders and various Chaos Trolls and the like will actually screw up even Chosen. Won't be instant, won't even be quick, but... Oh, wow, the Varg might just wipe out the Skaven for me with that little trick. Hot damn. More for the fact that I want to have Sigvald, both for his quest battles to show off for everyone here, and for the fact of, well, him being a not bad lord due to his horde growth. I might do this. Oh! Right! That completes the quest for the Chaos War Shrine, doesn't it? The rewards of the Chaos Gods take many bizarre forms. A champion might be blessed with great strength and fortitude, or his flesh may start to mutate, his limbs twisted into strange and deadly forms, or his soul blasted, reducing him to a mindless beast. Other gifts are broader in scope, affecting a Chaos Lord's quality as a leader. The blood-slick trail that such a man carves upon the groaning face of the world creates a resonance with the ruinous powers, and in exchange, followers are drawn to his banner. Blessings such as these are another measure of patronage, and as such, Archeon must excel in them, as in all else. Do I have Unholy Communion? Yep. So it's probably just going to be a bit of dink and delay a bit. Okay, I can deal with that. How much is a unit of Chosen now? 150 for Great Weapons. I could spend some time and recruit more troops,
No,
but I
I
said
will
I'd
not
celebrate
shame
by
my
wiping
clan.
these guys out with, getting Chosen.
This war.
I will need to wait a turn, though, now I think about it. But I have... Now, one of the issues that you'll have as Chaos with Chosen is that you're not going to have quite the unit numbers to be able to build a siege tower in one turn, which will cause you some issues. Not a lot of them, but it will cause you some.
Hail the slaughterer!
Can I recruit while in siege? No. No, I can't. It doesn't count as encampment. I'm not surprised. I'm mildly annoyed, but I'm not surprised. Next up on my list is probably either the Dragon Ogre Gathering, so I have some really good anti-large to replace my dogs with, or the Palanquin of Trophies for Chaos Knights and Income Up. Send it to hell, I'm not going to complete. Slayer of Kings should kick off properly next turn. I think the Armor of Morcar... No, that's 13. I thought it was 12. It's 13. Man, it's going to be nice once I get the Crown of Domination, even if plus 5/4 growth doesn't help too much at that point. And the turn. Maybe the dwarves will sally and we'll have an open field battle, but I very much doubt it. They'd be fools to give up the advantages of their walls. That's going to be the main thing that's going to help deal damage to this battle. Otherwise, I could simply encircle their long beards with normal Chaos Warriors and butcher the rest. Still, gonna be fun. Slaughter them all. I'll slaughter your world. Yes, if you get the unit tech and the max rank Mound of Blades building, you can actually recruit Silver 2 units just straight out of the gate for that unit type. Like, I could recruit Silver 2 Chosen with the Mound of Blades and the technology that gives them plus 2 unit recruit rank, which is pretty nice, because there's only 9 ranks. So being able to skip 5 of them is no joke in terms of veterancy. Veteran troops are much scarier than non-veteran ones. The Thane is going to assault units, aren't they? And they failed! Ha ha ha! Your last desperate attempt that could have saved you some... that could have even saved some dwarven lives has failed. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! I'm probably going to have to fight it at Crocodrock again, but it should be much easier than the littler fight we went through. Less enemy troops, and much less artillery. Their artillery was a very big killer in that battle, and I'd be a damn fool to deny it. They found a good position and a good use for their cannonballs and grudges. Because grudge throwers, they actually throw rocks with the grudges against that specific target inscribed upon them. Yes, the dwarf, every single round it flings, it does in fact have a grudge on it. Every single one. Dwarves are very meticulous about their grumpiness. They are very meticulous about being grump. Wow, that was impressive. Lamont Bloody Hand might make a good fight. Still, if the Vargs spread enough, if I kick their shit in, it might be kind of fun. After all, enough Marauders can't kill a Chaos Warrior. Oh! Move any character to the following region bears... This is what I hate about Chaos Unique quests. Every single one of them is in that region. The very starting area. The very starting area is where every single one of your unique quests is going to end. Each and every one. So you either have to drag a hero unit there, keep a hero unit there forever, keep a lord there, or drag a lord back there forever, which is really annoying. Again, the need to vanquish a rival weighs heavy on Archaon. The easy conquest that he has made in Mortal Lanzar is nothing compared to the true test that only a Lord of Chaos can provide. Once more, he sends forth his emissary to search the waste for one who is facing him, who is worthy of facing him blade to blade. And so another trial is enacted. But hey, my mage leveled up. That lets me get evasion? No, it does not let me get evasion. I'm probably gonna max out Flaming Sword of Ruin because it's cheap, because I'll make it cheaper. It's a pretty expensive spell. When my troops are full,
Attack!
Again, auto-resolve says I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Me? Heaven or hell? Let's rock. I outnumber them. This was not the case the last time I faced the Dawi. They have no artillery. This was not the case the last time I faced the Dawi. My troops are fully replenished and more veteran than last I faced the Dawi. And of course, Archaon and my mage are stronger than the last time I faced them. I have only grown stronger, dwarves. I have only grown stronger. And this force is weaker than the one you pitted me against last time. So tell me, why does the universe say that your odds are better? I have a theory, a simple one. It is a fool. A bloody, bloody fool. It's a shallower fight this time, it seems. There's much less behind the walls for them to hide in. Granted, they stood and fought well, but Iron Beards do not match Iron Hearts. I intend to prove that. Again. Again, keep Chosen out of the towers for now, because while I can replace them, I'd rather not have to.
We serve the gods! Chosen! Tremble, mortals! Marauder horseman!
Alright then. Alright, and I'm going to want to push through over here on this flank pretty hard.
Chaos gods!
Wow, wow. I've got a hell of a stretch to cover with this stuff. Well, the disadvantage of small places like this is that the AI does have the room to just be a colossal batch of dunks to me. Break it open! Go!
Name your demand! Kill them all!
Assist at the gatehouse! Both of you that were unmoving.
Deliver slaughter! Slanishers first!
Once again, my horse masters are going to get shot to pieces, and once again, I am not going to give a shit. These Quarrelers do not even have great weapons, so their performance against my Chaos Warriors is going to be significantly subpar in comparison. Oh god. They're going to shoot my troops up a lot. I have no doubt of this. But, you know what else I have no doubt of?
Pull back!
That I will win. How's that gatehouse doing? 21% damage. Not bad at all.
There goes pestilent glory! Kill, maim, burn! Choose! Kill, maim, burn!
Alright then. Should you guys be shooting things? They haven't killed any of the Quarrelers yet, but they have wounded some at least.
Chaos sorcerer!
I don't really care if the Horse Masters rally. Their purpose of soaking fire has been completed, to put it best. Well, they have miners to hold this gate, and they're going to face the Ever-Chosen. I don't think that's going to end up well for them. This place is more heavily fortified. I expect to lose the warriors I fielded on this flank. Of course, they do have pulled off something rather clever and blocked off access over here, which is going to be very irritating to deal with. Alright. How is this gate doing? 76% down.
Tremble, mortals! Time to disposal! Chaos warrior!
Looks like even though Dwarf Archer units are pretty strong, seriously, they're actually pretty scary, they aren't strong enough. Push!
They will succumb!
Ah, they're just climbing up right now. Got it.
Horseman!
Yes! The Ever-Chosen! Punch! Sorcerer! Punch! Warhounds! Charge! Deal your poison attacks to the miners. Miners do have armor piercing, after all. You two! Longbeards. Chosen with great weapons should be able to even wreck Longbeards. Or wreck even Longbeards? Not quite certain what the grammatically correct way to put that is. Wah? Really?
What do the gods desire? My gods call.
I'm not even sure how to respond to the
Cinches
chaos
many
yelling wah.
Seed of blood.
Get in on the Thunderers, do not let them shoot. Gunfire is one of the big banes Chaos has. No, we can't. Chaos can't actually corrupt Dawi. Chaos Dawi do exist. It's just that they're a little rare. Because the actual dwarves hate them. Buff! Buff!
Cinches boom. Die in arcane fire.
Hang on, does that work on everything within range? Or, oh no! Flaming Sword of Ruin kicked on those great weapon warriors up there. Wow. These quarrelers are going to be butchered. Then I started out with more troops than in the first place. Well, dwarves are usually outnumbered. Facing Chaos is one of those times where the only reason you want to be outnumbered is
My
if you're
gods
facing
call.
Chosen.
Deliver
Dicks like that.
Blood for all.
Alright, is anyone actually having any real issues? You're having issues due to being halberdiers and therefore kind of shit against dwarves.
Archaon.
Alright, Ever-Chosen, pick them up.
Ravage them.
Alright, everyone else is moving or fighting? Moving and fighting. Actually, no, you can't do it at the same time. It's going to be one episode.
Cinches many glories.
Oh boy, charge the Thunderers. Never mind.
We don't forgive. Kill, maim, burn.
Poison Warhounds. Killing things.
Have vengeance.
Actually, you know what? No. Warhounds, pull out. Pull out. Run. Leave. I don't want you here now. Bit of a strange decision, I know, but I do have my reasoning. They're not going to be doing too well, and they will keep my actual good troops from engaging. Oh dear, 2 units of warriors versus chaos warriors is going to be enough to cause them major issues, especially with the Thunderers softening them up.
Chaos come.
I told you to smash the gatehouse!
Reap their souls.
Fine!
Very well.
Climb the bloody wall!
Vanish is perverse. Corn comes. Kill them
Ah,
all.
the Thunderers got engaged in melee, and the warriors couldn't save them. Nice!
Vanish is perverse glory.
No, I want those Thunderers dead. No one's just capturing, everyone is fighting except for this unit of Horse Masters who are out of ammunition, and I'm not going to waste them too much. No point in inflating the enemy kill count after all, and I think you get better results XP-wise from better victories.
Reap their souls.
Great Weapon Chosen are having fun. They're slightly outpaced by the Chaos Warriors with great weapons, but that's probably because of the situation, you know?
Time to despoil.
Boy,
If
get
the
stuck
gods
in.
bid it.
Give me another Flaming Sword of Freedom.
Cinches boom.
Yes! Cut them down!
Chaos warriors.
They're active and I'm exhausted. This is not usual when you have iron.
Slay everyone. The world
Makes me wonder
will
if it got nerfed
scream.
at some point, honestly. It was very strong, I'll say that.
Undivided. Obliterate them.
Alright, where are you moving to?
Nargos pestilent glory.
You're slowly climbing the ladder. Alright.
Archaon. my command! Give us ruin!
Alright, you're taking a buff of AP damage right now. I think you are. No, you just activated Wand of Jet, which gave... Oh, Wand of Jet gives your potion a cooldown? That's actually kind of interesting. I can't see the reasoning for that, but it's interesting nonetheless. Chosen once again lagging behind as they just can't quite get stuck in. The dogs and the other warriors are in the way. The evil dogs, I'm going to have them pull back. I'm going to have the Great Weapon Warriors push in instead of them. Oh, their lord is here! Archaon! Archaon! Get on full guard dancing, please. Grief.
Lord of the end times!
Never chosen, give yourself a buff. You may as well the magic continuously recharging, especially... Oh, good god! How much of his health can I knock out with that one charge?
Yes!
I knocked out like a good 1,000-something health from that guy.
I control Zinch's gifts!
This rate, once I give him the buff, he's going to be invincible. I know Archaon can buff himself to hell and back.
Do not shame your ancestors! Let us bring about an infernal gateway!
You're not doing anything. That's a bad thing. My troops should always be doing something.
Not for all! Obliterate them!
That little knot seems to be having some real issues.
Teaches many glories! Seas of blood!
Throw more troops into this. The more troops you use, the fewer troops you lose. The Ever-Chosen is absolutely gutting their lord, proving his title as the Slayer of Kings is very much earned. Look at that.
This isn't the fucking wrong!
Look at how much he's already dealt damage. It's kind of stupid. Heck, I've already broken their warriors, despite their lord being right there to rally them. I'm wrecking that lord.
Wipe them out! Very good. Yes, kill them!
Sorcerer, kill. What are you doing? You're marching into the battle. Now, I want you to go over there so you can help flank. Still, jamming halberdiers up their butt is going to cause problems for the dwarves. Halberdiers might not be the best in a fight, but they can do some stuff.
Go!
Okay, pushing on those quarrelers.
The world will burn.
That's the issue. Most of my great weapon chosen seem to be just sort of sitting around for no apparent reason.
My god's call! My magic is ready! Call driver!
AP damage buff, please, Archboy. Oh, their Thane is running away. I might want to try and run him down if it wants to full guard right there.
Noble's pestilent glory! Seas of blood! Undivided!
Alright, keep pushing in. The Longbeards have been all but evaporated at this point. I doubt that they're going to have any sort of force left to really stop.
Archaon! Noble's glory!
Those warriors actually backed off in good order. Holy shit.
Obliterate them! What? Seas of blood!
I'm probably going to rout them from army losses at this point. I've got almost twice their numbers.
All will be
You see how Chaos, once they actually get an advantage, will just press it absolutely ruthlessly. They just break things. I wonder what my biggest killer is going to be. I'm guessing Archaon, because I did throw him into a morass, but it's not going to be my Great Weapon chosen. It's a unit of Great Weapon Warriors, 136 kills. Surprisingly, the miners got 44 kills. I think that's because I threw them at the hounds. Of course, a lot of these units are going to just evaporate and turn into chosen, so I don't really need to worry about the fact that I lost a lot of Chaos Warriors. After all, they're going to be replaced. They may have served me well, but they are weak, and chosen are strong. There is no room for the weak in the army of the Ever-Chosen. This horde will march forever, until the end of the world comes, and and the heads of every king lie on my belt. For granted, that's going to be very hard with guys like Durthu. Durthu's a bit big. By a bit big, I mean he's bloody ginormous. Also, it's going to be kind of hard to do with Grimlock. I mean, he's a T-Rex. How the hell am I going to hang a T-Rex's head from my belt? I suppose I'll have to have Dorgar drag it around like some big sled. Their biggest killer was those miners, in fact. Though the Longbeards were a close second, I'm not surprised. Longbeards are pretty darn scary. 11,000 money? Please, sir, read. Not an unrespectable amount from Bold. Yeah, it's hard to get fearful, cowardly, and craven, because routing during battle multiple times is really difficult due to the way leadership works. But, yeah, Bold is good, Brave is good, Fearless is good, their charge bonus, and he's already on a horse. Annihilator! Nice. Lord of this wasteland where my lord is law. My bedfellows, pestilence, famine, and war. In other words, that's declaring himself death. It's not a bad declaration, to be honest. I forget, how many troops can I recruit in a turn? It should be, +2, +3. I can recruit 5 troops in a turn.
I am the chosen of the gods.
That knocks off 1. That knocks off 1. 3 chosen should not break my budget, as it were. 1 great weapon, 2 warrior, 2 normal. That should be what I'm going to get next turn as I move on Winterfire so I can move over to the Aeslane's Conclave. Because I believe the Aeslane's Conclave is the next place that I am able to raise another tribet and as thus progress towards acquiring Sigvald the Magnificent. Also, if you're thinking of being smart and demolishing the Proving Grounds once you finish whatever you happen to be doing, like if you think that demolishing the Proving Grounds will mean it so you can use less population surplus to build the next building, don't be smart. It doesn't work. Actually, no, because of the population surplus and the way it works, I should probably get Ruinous Warhost before I get anything else. Yeah, Reliquary of Chaos +3, so yeah. Kinda surprised Archaon didn't level from that, but yeah. I will be able to start working on the Chosen Ones next level, though. Melee defense and physical resist. It's gonna make him the turn. 2 warriors, 1 great weapon user, and maybe some more, depending on what my budget looks like. We'll see. Recruitment costs for Chosen are very, very high. They're worth it. They're very worth it, but they are very, very high. And of course, there's the fact that the quest battles for Chaos are honestly pretty hard. In general, the best way to deal with the Chaos quest battles is raw brute force. Like, just charge in and smash. I'm not even joking. There's very little tactic or technique in these battles, which is kind of fitting for Chaos. They do have gimmicks, however. It's not like Cetra where it was just sort of, okay, I'm in a forest. Okay, that's kind of problematic and that screws me over because I don't know where anyone is. When the other one was the dwarves in the Empire fielding a really, really terrible army against me. Okay, whatever. Of course, the Black Pyramid was amazing. I loved that. Yeah, I could have used a little work on helping me, but I loved it. Pain in the ass, and I should have brought a lot more anti-large, but I loved it. Kitty proved good. We don't have Kitty, do we? We just got Chosen and Chaos Warriors, and some horses and dogs, but the horses and dogs are basically there for the purpose of filling in spaces. Come on, game. I see we're into the minor elf factions. Wonder how many of them will still be intact by the time I get to Ulthuan. Some of them can be very stubborn. Seriously, there's some that will hang on until the end game if you don't directly attack them as Tyrion. Also gonna be interesting if the Skaven get wiped out by the Varg, which would be a very interesting twist. I do plan on ramming some armies with the Varg's ass, but yeah. Well, I say ramming some armies, I only have one army to ram up their ass, but you get my point, I'm sure.
My destiny lies this way.
Yeah, I guess. Ah, Chosen. 1,500 money a pop. Expensive troops. Worth it? Oh yes. I'm going to disband both my halberdier warriors and replace them with Chosen with halberdiers on the grounds that Chosen with halberdiers can actually do decently in close quarters. We'll see what my expenses look like after this. I don't expect them to look anything good, but I do expect them to have at least something interesting. After this is going to be Infernal March, because replenishment. Let's end the turn. Recruit our first major glot of Chosen. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, it's going to be good to see those guys in action. They are just going to butcher everything. Especially the halberdiers. Halberdiers can actually fight decently in close quarters as Chosen. You won't see, we're losing to dwarf warriors because our attack speed is super low. And we're not really good at fighting actual infantry. We're meant for fighting cavalry. You're fighting a faction that's entirely infantry. You absolute dumb shit. But hey, we're going to see horses and we're going to see monstrous creatures from the Norse. If not as much monstrous creatures as we would see if they were actually a proper faction like they were made in 1 with the Norska DLC. Unfortunately, the Kludge code for that is not out yet. It was too messy, so the developers have said that we're going to have to take a while to actually get the Norska DLC into Total War Warhammer 2's Mortal Empires campaign. Which makes my life a bit easier because I won't say face mammoths. Or have my marauders outmatched by my opposing marauders, despite the fact that they really should be the same. Which I do think is kind of stupid. Like, really, guys? Really? There's not much I can do about that either. Seems the Dark Elves still have all their random-ass little factions that no one gives a shit about. Various clans have built up. The Sentinels are still around, to nobody's surprise. The Tomb Kings are... I was kind of wary of attacking the Black Pyramid on the grounds of it being very heavily fortified, and it seems that the AI is no exception to that. And I have researched Blood for the Blood God. I also had Winds of Magic Change. What's my income look like? I have positive 154 still. I can recruit more Chosen. Without even knocking into my income, really. I can't get to Winterfire this turn, so I'll move as far as I can.
Forward unto slaughter!
Alright, and
Gods
Great weapons are probably the best place to put my Chosen. I still have positive income after that. I want to be slightly negative, to be honest, so I'm going to expand the other 2 Great Weapon Warriors and place them with Chosen. 4 units of Great Weapon Chosen. That's going to slaughter everything I pointed at. Infernal March for Go Fast, because Go Fast is good. I'll be in the negatives next turn, but Also, server die is really not worth it. The spoilers can be, but those are really the only 2 things it's worth even bothering with in the Chaos Tree. Like, maybe Gathering of Might, but I can't really even say that. Like, I can't even see that. Ascension to Daemonhood, though, is going to be very helpful. Better troops. Next turn, we're probably going to auto-resolve Winterfire because it's got 4 cards of troops. Meanwhile, I have a full stack, and the best thing they have is 1 unit of Great Weapon Marauders. Their Warhounds aren't even poisoned. Look. It's pathetic, isn't it? I'm probably just going to raise them for growth. So I can work on getting the Ruinous Warhost. Because once I get Ruinous Warhost, I should have enough of my income reduction buildings to just go, okay, fuck it. Everyone's a chosen. Yes, everyone. Everyone. 2.3k. Sorry, 23,000 should be enough to keep me in the black for a while, though, overall. Chaos's war chest generally does get pretty big. It's gonna be good fun, though. Because now that I have the best infantry unit in the game, you're going to see some slaughters going on. I might even fight an actual Norse army. Even if it's, you know, completely outmatched, just to show you guys how incredibly different the scale between Chaos Warriors and Chosen is when fielded on Moss. Because it is amazing. Not even joking, it is amazing to watch the difference. It is night and day. You just butcher things. It's gonna be so nice. Heck, I'd even fight this if I thought it was, you know, going to show off anything that, oh, you outnumber the enemy a bajillion to 1. They're fucked. Come on, game, hurry up. After all, 4 cards of Marauders versus 20 cards. Anything? Like seriously, even if this was like 20 cards of Bretonnian Peasants, I'd still go. That's an auto-resolve. And Bretonnian Peasants are awful. Alright. Slaughter time! Enter fire. Let's turn it into fire. Great big tower. Fire. To resolve. They killed 2. Great Weapon Chosen. Surprising. Oh, I can awaken the Aeslanes here. I'll do that instead. Get me 1 step closer to having, well, another stack that I actually want to use. Also, you only need 4 skill points, so I suggest investing in the Chosen Ones and Knights of the Herald, because Archaon does make Chaos Knights very good. Distinguished Champions, I would say, is not worth it. Chosen Ones, though. We're starting there. Ah, evasion, good. I can get things like Piercing Bolts of Burning and Flame Storm and Power Drain. Power Drain especially is good. Slight decrease in my money. I think I can eat it.
Onward to destruction!
Camp.
How
much do you guys cost? You cost 80. I'm going to gain 200. I'm going to go to negative 256. What an auspiciously weird number with this bill. But I will have an entire front line of only Chosen. I'm going to have less than 1,000 troops in this army after this. Less than 1,000 men will march. Less than 1,000. I probably should have marched this way, shouldn't I? Damn it, I should have looked at that more, Oh, that's gonna be good. Winterfire is also contributing a tiny tithe of its money. I'm getting 30 money a turn. I'm not sure how they're getting
Spoilers, come!
30 money out of it. Whatever, I don't give a shit. End the turn. Slaughter. Goes to kill things. I don't know, let's go kick the Varg out of the Barrison Lanes camp and see if I can awaken them again for grindiness, but that seems like the sort of thing the devs would have thought of. You know? So I'm pretty sure it doesn't work anyway. I think I tried it when it didn't work, but they might have changed it too. I'm not sure why they would have changed it to making it so you could awaken a tribe multiple times, though that wouldn't really make any sense. I did like the vassalage change, though. That is just... It means that you don't have to deal with... And now your friends are warring with each other! Yay! If you don't, know the trick that as soon as you declare, as you raise the tribe, you must attack them, annihilate them, and force them into being your vassals instead of your military allies. Because obviously that's sensible. As soon as you awaken these new friends, they're not going... You should beat them up. Because obviously you didn't beat them up enough beforehand. I mean, the logic is kind of chaosy, but it's a pain in the tuckus or punish for, actually doing things. After all, fluff is good. But I'd rather have a game with, good gameplay and meh fluff than a game with good fluff and terrible gameplay. Unless it's Planescape Torment tier fluff, but come on. Warhammer is good, but it ain't that good. One of the games I wish I could feel confident let's playing that one. It is ancient, and it is legendary, and I love it. But I don't think I could do it justice. Alright. Minus 256, as I predicted. The Ever-Chosen move into March stance. We're going towards the Aeslane's Conclave. We're going to kick some asses. I wonder if they have an army there. That'd make it fun. They don't. They have 7 cards. I'm not even going to bother with playing that then, because they'll get their shit pushed in.
I'll have this world.
How very boring of a turn, game. No thank you for your actions. So, looking at this, once I get the next 10%, I might still be in positive income, or at least much less negative once I grab Ruinous Warhost. That's going to be good. Alright then. Very little else to do, though we at least do have friends again now. It's in the turn. We're going on a merry swathe of destruction through the Varg. Trying to awaken as many tribes as possible so we can grab Sigvald the Magnificent, the creator of hordes. Because good grief, that's his only real use. Actually, no, that's a bad way to put it. He's a very good duelist. The problem is he's only good at being a duelist and growing hordes. That's what Sigvald is good at. Being a duelist, growing hordes. Kolek is sort of an anti-everything Warhammer that makes his Dragon Odors much stronger, much easier to replenish. You can field like a good quarter of your stack as Dragon Ogres with Kolek. In theory, even a full stack of Dragon Ogres. Gimmicky as hell, but... well, it's one hell of a support stack if you're using it to support, say, a line of Chosen. The front line is dealt with via the method of Good God, Chosen hold against anything. And everything else is dealt with by Good God, Dragon Ogres are scary. Like, technically the most efficient method for Chaos is just go pure infantry and crunch everything, but that would get boring after a while, you know? And while my job is to hunt down kings, you'll need efficiency and aplomb for that. Let never be said that Chaos is a boring faction. Well, except for pre-DLC Norse. They're boring as hell. Marauders, chariots, trolls, dogs. And marauders, chariots, trolls, dogs. And marauders, chariots, trolls, dogs. Oh, we have a rogue army. Also, Ostermark got wiped out. Yay. Looks like Zoysenk is going to be taken by the No, it's going to be smashed again for no apparent reason. I'm not quite certain what to think about that. What the hell is Celestial Storm? That's a rogue army I haven't heard of before. Oh dear.
Sigma forbids this.
Yeah.
Ready. Now the end times come. Bring them to ruin.
Butchery. How much did I get out of this? I got about 3 turns of income. Raise it. You need the horde growth. The faster I get the horde growth, the faster my upkeep produces. Ah, Armor of Morcar is a-rolling. Now we can max out Chosen! Well, not quite max out. The Chosen ones may be amazing, but there's still Legion of Doom to get, which is a +8 melee attack to complement the +8 melee defense, and +10 charge bonus. Crunch will go everything. Same melee. I don't really need the magic defense so much as I need the extra armor, honestly, in these fights. Let's give the spell shield to my wizard just so he'll be that little bit harder to kill. I do throw him into fights a lot after all, which isn't really a good idea, but it works. I think the Sarl is another one of those groups that I can go, Oi, you my bitch now. They'll make a total of 3 awoken tribes. I think the Naglfari is one, and there might be another one over here. Really, there's just sort of a giant spine that splits off as the general topography, I think is the word of Norska. Topography, yes, that sounds about right. Sarl Encampment does have 13 cards, though. It's got a watchtower, it's got a raiders camp, and it's got a Norse village. If it had an army in it, it might even be worth fighting. I don't think it has an army in it, though. If it does, I will happily fight it. Next time. Not this time. We're a bit late in the episode for having any major battles. Any battle that I could finish before the episode ends would be one where I'd spend more time in loading screens than I would actually spend battling. And that's just not really fun, you know? Kind of misses the whole point. Sure, you can you can play every battle personally, but autoplay is for battles that you don't really need to play personally, like running over 4 cards of troops with 20. Granted, the Sarl encampment might actually be big enough that it doesn't just mean I should smash it to ashes. And hell, I might just fight it because it might be the best lump of Varg troops I'm going to run into all day. Well, all Let's Play, really, because, yeah. Gonna be interesting to see if they actually can wipe out the Skaven while I'm turning their back line into ash and cinders, though. It's really also going to be interesting to see what the Aisling do. Are they going to follow in my wake and claim the ruins? Are they going to claim their ancestral conclave back? Aisling? Now that I have chosen, my strength rank is much higher, so the game is going, okay, your bar is huge, You kick ass, your bar is huge. It's like a dick measuring contest, only with armies. And little bars on the screen, determined by a kind of dumb AI. Fucking really, Kislev? Already? And the Varg have already taken Kazid Bord Karag, but fucking really, Kislev? If White Empire gets wiped out already, I'm gonna be very annoyed. Unsurprised, but annoyed. At this rate, I may need to find a way to, I may need to just awaken all the tribes and then smack the Varg until they're my bitches. Looks like the Skaven are slowly building up into an actual military force again. The Aeslings have done absolutely nothing of visible notice. The Varg are about equal to me now that I have chosen, apparently. I did not expect that to continue. Oh, they're going to try and block my army. I have no idea what the rogue army of Celestial Storm is like. No clue whatsoever. Ah, the armor of Morkar. The realm of chaos plays fast and loose with the concept of time. Once a devout and pure Templar priest of Sigmar, Archaon searched ancient texts for the means to destroy chaos, but his studies proved worse than futile. Uncovering a set of heretical manuscripts, he learned a terrible truth which drove him to an unquenchable fury. Rejecting his former gods, he swore himself to the service of chaos instead. Tearing down the temple, Archaon vowed to become the scourge of the Empire. The scrolls contained details of several artifacts of power and of a great warrior who would win the items and gain the blessing of all the ruinous powers. Archaon has vowed to become this man or die in the attempt. Having cut a bloody swathe across the Empire, he has entered the dreaded Chaos Wastes. Many lesser servants of Chaos have come to follow him, but now he searches for true warriors of Chaos, sworn swords to form the core of his forces and demonstrate his might. We need a Chaos Knight with Lances unit, which basically means we're going to need to grab Chaos Knights. I'm also going to take the Sorcerer out for a moment and try and stab this guy. Thank you, sir. Let's get a power drain, I suppose.
Magic is chaos. It's mine.
Alright. We cannot get to the Sarl encampment this turn.
Hail the Slaughterer!
Well, next time we're going to attack the Sarl encampment, perhaps without the Sorcerer, so I'm going to try and get the Sorcerer in before I do it, on the grounds of Sorcerers being pretty good in a fight. And, yeah. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions as I make my way through this Viking-infested landscape, please leave them in the comment section below, or in the threads on space battles and sufficient velocity that will be left in the description. And for now, goodbye.